Welcome to the first segment of Dr. Jester Talks, a more positive spin of Dr. Jester Rant. So, what do you think? Huh? Well, I'm gonna talk about this from Bounding into Comics. Stargate producer Joseph Malozzi confirms progress being made on a new TV series from co-creator Brad Wright. Hopefully this series it doesn't fall prey to the same shit that has happened to the Star Trek series, which it was abysmal in my opinion. Holy fuck, I watched STD Star Trek Discovery. It was abysmal. I absolutely fucking hated everything they did in there, except the intro. The intro was actually good. The design of the ship was actually kind of good as well. But the technology they used, everything doesn't quite match the era that they were trying to portray. And holy fuck, the main actress, which they call Michael, was insufferable. I cannot stand her. And fuck this. I'm not even going to go through in detail. And apparently Star Wars Mandalorian is a very good series. I haven't seen it yet because I don't have the channel, etc. I will have to go and sail the seas to actually get access to that series and see if I can download it and watch it. They say it's really good. So, but I'm gonna leave that for later. Anyway, hopefully they actually do like the Mandalorian treatment for Stargate, and they don't ruin it. Stargate franchise writer and producer Joseph Malozzi series confirmed that the progress is being made towards the development of a new series from the co-creator of the franchise's television project, Brad Wright. Malozzi recently made references to a potential new series on September 5th, where in response to a fan asking him to please bring back one of the Stargate shows, the writer responded that if the new Stargate hashtag series, Stargate Television co-creator Brad Wright is working on gets off the ground, we'll be seeing quite a few familiar faces. Oh, I hope so. I definitely hope so. Now, in September 12th, Reddit post made in response to another fan's declaration that Stargate Universe is easily one of my favorite shows. I agree, mine too. Malozzi would again reference Wright's fourth series and note that things are progressing on that front. Let's see, I just finished a rewatch of SJU. I rewatch it probably 2-3 times a year, kind of exaggerated, but still, and I already want to rewatch it. It's easily one of my favorite TV shows, and I need answers. I absolutely agree. I also need answers because, well, as much as some of the fans actually hated the series, before going on to SGU, I actually watched all the Stargate series as on a DVD box set that I bought with one of my first jobs that I did in my life, and it was my favorite. I loved all the series, but somehow SJU was one of my favorites. I don't know why certain parts of the fandom hated it. I actually absolutely loved it. I know they tried to capture some of the type of the filming, and well, the grim dark nature of it was kind of reminiscent of the Battlestar Galactica, which was still kind of a thing back then. Maybe it's that the reason why. Or maybe the plot is kind of similar to Star Trek Voyager, but still, it was really, really, really good. The actors in there were excellent. I love the actors they chose. They were excellent. I became fan of quite a few actors in there that later went on to do other series, like the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. One of the actresses in there, I loved her job then. I loved her job in that new series too. And quite frankly, SGU it became one of my favorites, especially one of the episodes. I mean, it takes me a while to actually feel emotionally attached to a story or to a bunch of characters, and it makes me, and that means that I don't easily get emotional on a TV show when watching it. Very, very, very few have managed to do that, and even fewer still managed to make me tear up. And that was, SGU had one of those episodes in its last season. and one of the last episodes of the last season as well. That's how hard it is to make me become a tearjerker, and that episode was one. I'm not going to go into details of what that episode is due to the spoilers, but let's suffice to say, it deals with time, and time is always kind of a tearjerker for me, but still. That managed to get the tearjerker and an actual tear up a little. So that's one of the very, very few TV shows on movies, and one of the very, very few things that managed to elicit a tear coming out of my cheeks. No, coming out of my eyes onto my cheeks. Anyway, back to the article. Later in the thread, MacLeod stated the potential debut for the new series all depends on if and when there is a word of a pickup, and noted that late 2021 would be a real possibility for a premiere. He also confirmed that no pilot has been shot and that the show was pitched with a budget at least on par with Universe, so hopefully it's a good one. MacLeod also teased that the new series would open the door to answer all the franchise's outstanding questions. As you know, short link, but still, short article, but still. Now, one of the things that happened on SGU is that they wrote it and filmed it expecting it to go on to a third season. But that did not actually happen. It kind of left on a cliffhanger. I have been wanting to know what happened later on. One of the premises of the series is that the ship travels between galaxies, and that was one of the premises that I absolutely loved. They actually had to deal with shortages of water, food, and all those things. And they couldn't quite communicate with Earth due to the low power, and the ship was ancient. It was built by the ancients way before they discovered a lot of the portals, and before they elevated. I forgot the actual word that they use. Never mind. Suffice to say, I love the concept of the ship to fuel itself by using the stars. You know, it goes to a star and fuels and uses the fuel of the stars, which is hydrogen, to fill up its reservoirs and keep on controlling, and keep on going and get to the edge of the universe. And it's one of those concepts that I actually love. It's that one of the theories is of the holograms, that maybe we're our hologram. And, well, anyway, I'm not going to go into that detail on this talk, but suffice to say, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and this is one of those positive episodes. Hopefully they also don't ruin it like they ruined Star Trek or the last trilogies of Star Wars. Maybe talking about Star Wars, they actually end up doing it the same Star Wars, the Mandalorian concept, the same treatment, and it becomes good. Well, thank you for watching. See you on my next episode. Good night.